what's up, guys? Got another new video for you. This is Tuned in Sports, and today we are bringing you another video. This is actually somewhat of a re-upload for the college football review. We tried to record the video a couple days ago, get it up to you guys, and there was something wrong with the audio, so we didn't realize that was going to be an issue, but well, here we are.
Yeah.
So anyway, we just got to do what we got to do, and for the time being, we'll hit you with this video.
Yep.
And yeah, so both our teams won this week. My team won pretty convincing fashion. His team, well,
Barely
held
on.
looked like it was going to be in pretty convincing fashion, but didn't end up staying that way.
So let's go into Alabama first. Start off with Alabama.
Yeah, so to be honest, guys, I didn't really watch like the entire game. I was able to watch a lot of the first half, and I was able to watch some of the second half. Not a lot of it, though. And, overall, I felt like we played really good. I think we played similar to how we played last week. Difference is defense stepped up today. Or on this day. 3 interceptions on Stetson Bennett. Rushing yards, they only had, as a team, they had 145, but the highest rusher was 57. So, as individual rushers, they kind of stopped them. They did a couple of trick plays here and there to get some other people involved that I remember. But for the most part, we kept them in check. They had 30 attempts, too. We had also kept Stetson Bennett in check. They only had a total of 414 yards, 269 in the air.
Yep.
He was 18 of 40. So he really didn't have that great of a game, which is good, because we needed to take advantage of a relatively new young quarterback who'd never been in this kind of a spotlight before, and that's exactly what we did. Najee Harris was a beast. Devontae Smith, that guy is going to be playing on Sundays, as well as Jalen Waddle. Both of those guys had enormous games. Devontae Smith had 11 receptions for 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jalen Waddle had 6 receptions for 161 yards and a touchdown. Also, John Mechie, shout out to him. Dude made a couple big plays, 1 40-yard catch. Just awesome. Overall, couldn't have been much happier.
Yeah.
With everything. And,
Sure.
Honestly, it was a great win. I went on record of saying, during the preview that I thought we were going to lose this game, partially because I didn't think that we were going to play as well on defense as we did based on what I saw from last week's performance. But, we stepped up and did what we needed to do.
Yep.
To play well this week, and we definitely did that.
Yep, I would agree. I think it probably helped that Nick Saban was able to be on the sidelines for head coach. But nonetheless, like I said in the preview, I was like, you know what? Well, actually, me and Steve said, we were saying, you know what? Alabama has the talent to play with anybody.
Yep.
So, even if Nick Saban wasn't there, I still think they could have won the game.
Yep.
So,
yep.
But good showing by Alabama, coming in there against Georgia.
Yep.
And Georgia's always been a pretty solid team, especially as of late. And
Yep.
they're
And-
probably the toughest team on your schedule.
Yeah.
So,
And we'll probably end up playing them again, probably in the SEC championship game.
yeah.
We'll see what ends up happening moving forward. I'm not saying that, we got this division wrapped up in the bag or anything. We still got some tough games ahead, but hopefully we can continue to play the way we're playing, and if we do that, we should win the West, and then we'll probably play Georgia again because they're probably going to win the East. So
Yeah, I think I don't see a game on Bama's schedule left that they should lose. So I think they're gonna run the table
yeah.
and go 16-0.
Well,
or
and
whatever.
last thing that I
12-0.
wanted to say about Alabama was, dude, Mac Jones just keeps on playing incredible. I mean, he did have one pick this week, but it was off a batted ball that was thrown into the air, and then the Georgia guy,
managed to somehow catch it. Yeah.
But apart from that, shoot, what more can you ask for? So,
Do you think he's gonna be going to the next level when it's his turn?
I think he could easily. I haven't seen anything that would suggest to me that he shouldn't or couldn't play at the next level. I mean, he's playing out of his mind this year. So, we'll see.
Mhm.
But, it is what it is. But, hey, he's like third or lower in the Heisman, which I think is a bit of a robbery. I mean, they're giving so much credit to Trevor Lawrence, and don't get me wrong, that guy is a great player. But, man, this, what's his name, is playing out of his mind this year. So, I don't know. But, there's a decent chance they'll meet up in the playoffs, and then one will play the other. So, we'll see what ends up happening then, if that happens. But, hey, you know what? Solid win this week. Great team. And let's just keep up the momentum.
Yep.
But I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on the Alabama video or portion, and especially, even with the North Carolina, Florida State portion. We're going to kind of try to keep this video a little shorter because it's been a couple days, so I don't know how many people are going to probably watch this video. But, hey, we wanted to get this out for you guys, even though, we wanted to get it out sooner. But like I said, there was some audio complications that we didn't realize was an issue until we listened to the video. So,
But going into keeping momentum, let's go on and talk about the Knowles here.
Yeah.
Man, this was out of the blue and not expected at all. Great win. Boys played with a lot of heart tonight, and you saw it, especially in that first half. That, to me, that is what the team's potential is. How good they could potentially be, as opposed to, how bad they played this year so far.
mm-hmm.
So, as I said, I mean, great win. Jordan Travis seems to be quite the player in big games. He's been really tough to deal with for opposing defenses. I mean, he had 16 rushes for 107 yards tonight. So, I mean, not tonight, but, on Saturday. But, he balled out. One thing about him, though, is he could probably improve his passing game. He threw 8 for 19 and threw an interception, I'm pretty sure. So, if I remember right.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he threw an interception, so unfortunately, it's just, I mean, to me, if he could improve his passing game, though, he would be hell to deal with for opposing teams. As far as the run game goes, Darius Webb balled out. 12 rushes, 109 yards.
LaDainian.
Yeah, LaDainian Webb. He balled out. As I said, Jordan Jordan Travis, 16 rushes, 107 yards. It's just pretty funny though how he consistently pretty much leads the team in rushing every week.
Yep.
I mean, but I mean that just tells you, you know, how much of a, you know, good scrambler he is. So I'm definitely glad to have a guy like that on our team. And you know, the defense played lights out in the first half for the most part. I absolutely love the way they played. They were getting to who was it? Who was the Howell? I think it was Howell that was North Carolina's quarterback tonight. I mean, on Saturday.
Yeah, how?
Yeah, but they were getting to him. He was constantly having to run out of the pocket, and just overall great play by the defense through the first half. But second half, that kind of went to the crappers. They began to let North Carolina end the game, and also couldn't move the ball on offense for the most part. So, yeah, I mean, we didn't score a point in the second half. So, I mean, North Carolina clearly made some adjustments, and we clearly didn't, because we weren't stopping anybody for the most part, and we were fairly lucky, especially on the last drive. They dropped 2 wide open passes.
Yeah. Whether
that was the quarterback's doing or, you know, just a wide receiver dropping the ball. Nonetheless, they got pretty lucky with that. Mm-hmm. So, but, you know, a win is a win, and everybody's saying North Carolina was overrated, but they weren't going into this game. So, I don't, I mean, they were clearly ranked number 5, and they were clearly there for a reason. So, I'm just glad we could get a win against them. And I hope we can carry on that momentum going into the Louisville game next week.
Yep, they're going to need to, because Louisville held Notre Dame to 12 points, so they're going to need another good day offensively. Otherwise, it's going to be a long day. Defense definitely played well in the first half. Second half, they looked about how I expected them to look the whole game, which is just
average,
out there, you know, getting walked up and down the field by the North Carolina offense. But hey, you know, they
made plays.
Whether it was you know, whether it was necessarily their doing or not, they came up with a stop when they needed it, and hey, good on them.
Yeah,
did what they had to do to win.
To me, it's a huge win.
Yep.
And it's one of those games that really can propel your season.
Yeah.
With a win against a top 5 ranked opponent. I mean, I'm sure the players and the coaches' confidence is through the roof going into next week against Louisville. So I can't wait to see if that same team is going to show up. Not the one from the second half, hopefully, but the team from the first half will show up against Louisville next week, and I hope that we can feasibly, you know, win that one.
Yeah.
And I think we will, to be honest. So.
Yeah, no, really good job overall, and they did what they had to do going into the game. They won.
Yeah, and the coaches clearly did a good job of getting the players prepared for it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it goes back to how he played at Notre Dame, to me. I think it gave the boys some confidence that they can put points on the board against really good teams. And that they can compete. Because they were in that game with Notre Dame for most of it. For the majority of it. you know? So, I mean, I think that just told them, you know what? We're not losing twice in a row to ranked opponents.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'm super happy, and like I said, I cannot wait to see how we play against Louisville next week. So, I really look forward to it.
Yeah. Should be an interesting game for sure. And overall, you know, I think it'll be interesting to see what ends up happening with it. And, you know, above all else, I just think it's going to be a good week for Florida State fans. You know, whether North Carolina was ranked or not, or overrated or not, you know, you can debate that if you want, but you know the point is regardless of if they were overrated or underrated, they should have won the game.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, with how Florida State have been playing to start this season, I mean, especially with the showing against Miami, I almost gave us no shot against any form of ranked opponent. I thought we were going to get clobbered, probably.
Yeah, I picked North Carolina to win, and I wasn't expecting it to be close.
So. I mean, it kind of just makes me wonder. I mean, who else did we lose to? I think we lost to
Georgia Tech.
Yeah, I mean, that was a bad loss.
Yeah, that was horrible.
And then they also barely pulled it out against
Jacksonville State.
Yeah. Well, actually, they didn't barely pull it out because they did pull away in the second half. But nonetheless, I mean, just to be allowing a Division II school to be in the game that long is like
puzzling.
The heck. But
yeah.
Great win. Absolutely loved it. And as I said again, can't wait for the Louisville game.
Yeah. Should be pretty exciting to see what happens, and we'll be here for the preview and the review later in the week to break it down after it happens. So, and maybe we'll see what ends up happening, and maybe we'll get some other people involved in the next video since we got some you know, other teams that weren't playing before now joining the mix in the college football world. So with that being said, we'll thank you guys for watching. Tune in Sports, Bryson,
Bennett,
and we'll see you guys next video.